Dr. Cosme, Mrs. Cosme. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I come to you in the spirit of peace and brotherhood. I am standing before you as a Virginian. I live in Alexandria, and I know many of you are from Virginia. How many Virginia? Yeah, so we're neighbors. And also as an American, but also I'm gradually becoming so much in love with the Pakistani culture. When I hear the music next door, I asked Mrs. Cosme, what kind of dancing does the Pakistani people do? And it makes me want to start dancing because it's such a beautiful rhythm. And your food is incredibly rich and delicious. But most important is the heart of the people of Pakistan. And that's why it's been such a privilege to work with Dr. Cosme and other friends here throughout the past year. As a matter of fact, we've known each other for 15, maybe 16 years. And we've worked on so many initiatives dealing with world peace and peace between the alliance between Pakistan and the United States. I'm very happy that Vice President Pence was able to visit with the distinguished Prime Minister Abbasi just several weeks ago at the General Assembly, and I think they had a positive conversation. We pray for peace and pray for understanding. And he spoke yesterday, as did Donald Trump, downtown at a conference that the Washington Times is co-sponsoring, which I have to go to after this. But I'm not here to talk about politics at all. I am really here on behalf of the Washington Times and the Universal Peace Federation to welcome the distinguished Dr. Shaharar. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Shaharar. I'm going to get it. And when I read his biography and the work that he's doing in Pakistan, I am so moved. I will share a personal story. I was married for 20 years to a beautiful woman from Korea, and we raised 5 sons, but she tragically came down with stomach cancer, and we couldn't save her. And she passed away 15 years ago. So when I meet any doctor who works in the field of cancer, my heart is moved. Then when I heard that the doctor has served over 100,000 patients, like, what a human being this is. So we can really honor him. We recently did a program in Madison Square Garden that I was sharing with our table of 20,000 people in New York just a month and a half ago. Mrs. Moon, as the co-founder of the Washington Times, spoke. The theme was Peace Begins With Me. And now we're going to South Korea in about 4 weeks to the World Cup soccer stadium, where we're going to invite 80,000 people to come, 4 times bigger, including people from all over the world. We've launched a new association called the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace. And Doctor, I'm very proud to say that we just held a program in Pakistan about 2 weeks ago. I didn't have a chance to brief you about it. But that movement of over 2,000 incumbent parliamentarians are dedicated to work together beyond religious, national, cultural boundaries with a new mindset that without God's help, without the help of Allah, without the help of our Heavenly Parent, we can't solve the problems on earth, even to bring healing in the medical field. So we are so proud to work with Dr. Cosme and all of you on these initiatives. And because of that, I want to call my 2 colleagues up, Mrs. Tomoko Duggan and Mrs. Kernan, who come from Japan, and they left their home country from Japan a couple decades ago to come here. Both of their husbands are American, and they raised their family here, but they are the experts that work with the Universal Peace Federation on a very special program called Ambassadors for Peace. And we would like to bestow that honor tonight on our dear guest and friend, Dr. Shaharar. So Tomoko and Mrs. Kernan, you have to come up. This won't just take a minute. This program, Tomoko, why don't you hold this? This program was initiated about 12 or 15 years ago by Reverend Moon and Mrs. Moon. There's over 150,000 people around the world, very distinguished people, including Dr. Cosby and some of you. And it's an appointment. It's not just an honor and a certificate, but Doctor, we want to appoint you as an ambassador for peace on behalf of the world to bring peace with God's love and His talent of healing. And we'll read the verse here. It reads, the Universal Peace Federation acknowledges, Doctor, why don't you come and stand here? And Dr. Cosby, would you come and join us? Okay, why don't we have you on this side? There we go. Okay. And so it reads, the Universal Peace Federation acknowledges as ambassadors for peace those individuals whose lives exemplify the ideal of living for the sake of others. That's really this code of honor. Interreligious, who dedicate themselves to practice which promotes universal moral values, strong family life, interreligious cooperation, international harmony, renewal of the United Nations, a responsible, strong family life, a responsible public media, and the establishment of a culture of peace. Transcending racial, national, and religious barriers, the Ambassadors for Peace contribute to the fulfillment of the hope of all ages, a unified world of peace wherein the spiritual and material dimensions of life are harmonized. The Universal Peace Federation is proud to hereby recognize as an Ambassador for Peace the distinguished Professor Dr. Sohail from Pakistan. And so we give this to you, sir. So let's give him a round of applause, please.